Good afternoon. I want to welcome you to the seventh of our 8 town hall meetings here at the Department of Human Services. Today we're going to be focusing on our Division of Workforce Development and Partnership Management. And I'm pleased to have with me our Division Director, Ken Smith. Welcome. We have received a few questions in advance, just like in weeks past. I ask you if you have questions during our time, make sure that they're on topic, which is workforce development and partnership management. We will take some questions at the end if you have questions that we haven't gotten to yet. So we're going to get started. Then we're going to ask you to just give us a little bit of an overview of what your division is all about. That's a lot of name, Division of Workforce Development and Partnership Management.
It is. We do quite a few different things. Our main goal is to connect individuals with educational opportunities, employment opportunities, and participant support opportunities. So that's our main goal. We do a couple of different things here with MDHS. We oversee our SNAP ENT partnership program.
Okay.
We oversee our workforce development partnership program. We also collaborate with our Workforce Innovative and Opportunity Act partners here within the state. And then we also have an in-depth community involvement where we gather resources, we gather job fairs, hiring events, and other job opportunities that we pass along either on our social media blasts or to our county offices.
Okay. Well, we'll get into some of the specifics here in just a moment, but it's fair to say that most of what your division is doing is trying to get folks who are either SNAP recipients or Tanf recipients, trying to get them into the workplace.
Yes, sir.
And find a place for them to begin to be self-sufficient and self-supporting so that they no longer need the assistance of SNAP or TANF. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the SNAP Employment and Training Program, or SNAP ENT. What is that exactly?
ENT is our employment and training program attached to our SNAP program. And that is for eligible SNAP recipients so that they can gain workforce skills training or career technical skills training so that they can have better opportunity for living wages.
Okay. So we're talking about SNAP. A few weeks ago, we had the division director for our economic assistance eligibility. SNAP is our Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
That's right.
So this is what everybody knows as formerly as the food stamp program. And the employment and training program is then designed to help those folks receiving SNAP benefits get some training, get some education, again, to be more self-sufficient.
Yes, sir. Eligibility for that, there's a couple of different things for eligibility between ages of 18 and 59. And required to register for work, which means that some people have to go into work activities to get SNAP benefits. And then there are some exemptions that may apply to that and either be enrolled or accepted for enrollment in short-term workforce skills training or career educational opportunities.
Okay. Now, I have some notes here about the Skills to Work program.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Skills to Work.
So Skills to Work is our third-party partnership program, and basically what we do with our third-party partnerships is that they are the subject matter experts at training and education. So we partner with them to provide these services so our SNAP recipients that are eligible for Skills to Work can participate with those.
Okay. Who would be some, just an example of some of the community partners or the third-party partners that you've worked with?
Yes, sir. So we can partner with other state agencies. We might partner with some community-based organizations. We may partner with folks like community colleges.
Okay.
We have some specific partnerships. The good thing about Skills to Work is not only is education and training available, there's also navigation services. So if there's some bumps in the road or things that come up that might maybe throw you off track, they are there to help you move forward.
Okay. And who decides what kind of skills that employees or potential employees get access to? I mean, where do we get the skills that people are training in the Skills to Work program?
So folks like the community colleges,
Okay.
they offer a lot of employment and training opportunities.
Okay.
So what they do is their short-term sector strategies, which means that they have studied our labor market and knows what's up and coming within our state that
Okay.
makes a great median income. And so they offer those short-term career technical training programs to participants. Now, they don't tell participants exactly what they have to do. That's still up to the participant
Sure.
with
Sure.
their interest and assessment.
Okay. I have a note here about career navigators. What are career navigators?
Career navigators are those folks that will help with any kind of barrier mitigation. If something comes up during participation in education and training, they can come in and help assist either with resource referral or helping an individual access a specific resource to get them through that hump.
Okay. And I also have some notes here indicating that you can earn credentials and you can earn stackable credentials. What is that all about?
That's right. So you might earn a certificate in a certified nursing assistant, but you can also turn around and go into another pathway that includes practical nursing. Or you might want to do licensed practical nursing or registered nursing. So those are what stackable credentials can just move to the next level.
Okay, so just move on up in the workplace basically, based on the additional training you get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So you said already that for the Skills to Work program, this is for individuals who are SNAP recipients.
Yes, sir.
They're 18 to 59, and they have to register for work as a requirement, a condition of SNAP eligibility, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And can they be enrolled in just a traditional educational program in the Skills to Work program?
Traditional 4-year?
Like a junior college degree program or an associate degree
Yes,
program?
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. So, and that's what we talk about when we do career technical, is those short-term pathways that get you to the living wage. So not everyone, I'm going to date myself, but when I was growing up, I was kind of advised to do a 4-year degree.
Okay.
That's just not the case these days.
Sure.
There are short-term 8 weeks, 16 weeks. There are 2-year degrees.
Right.
There are things that can get you to that wage that you're wanting pretty quickly.
Okay. So, for example, some of my prior experience was over at the Division of Medicaid, and we dealt with individuals who were certified nursing assistants. Is that the kind of program that might be available to somebody through the Skills to Work program?
It sure is.
Okay. And, or one of the other programs I'm familiar with is folks learning how to work in a call center, for example, training how to be, part of the call center team. Is that something that our Skills to Work program might offer for
Yep.
candidates?
Absolutely. There's all kinds of pathways that is offered through Skills to Work.
Okay. Well, tell me a little more about the community college partnerships now. How do those work? And who are some of your partners?
Well, we have 2 really good community college partnerships. One is Heinz Community College. Their program is available statewide. So we all know that virtual delivery right now is our way of communication a lot.
Sure. Just like we're doing right now.
That's right. So Heinz Community College, they offer career technical programs, workforce skills training programs. They also do adult education, high school equivalency. They do also wraparound services. So that career navigation that we were talking about, that's something they incorporate into their program as well.
So what do you mean exactly when you say wraparound services? What all is included in wraparound services?
Wraparound services. So what we mean by wraparound services or participant supports is they build in support services such as transportation.
Okay.
Some have childcare. Some offer tuition, books. They might offer licensing fees if it's necessary for the ENT component. So each of our partners may have a different support service package that they offer, but it's built in so that the individuals can get what they need to participate in that component.
So wrap around in the sense that whatever might at some point stand as a barrier to their completing their program, whether it's getting to the program and needing transportation, or having care for their children, getting child care assistance, or buying their books, things like that, we can assist them, and these programs can assist them.
That's right.
With those kind of wraparound services.
That's right.
Okay. So Heinz Community College is one of your partners. Who's the other?
We have East Mississippi Community College.
Okay.
They offer the same sort of services that Heinz does, virtual delivery as well. They mainly do, they have the potential to be statewide for virtual delivery, but they also, their areas, surrounding areas is Clay, Lowndes, Noxubee, Otsibbeha, and Kemper counties.
Okay.
So kind of in the same vein as Heinz Community College with vocational services and workforce training skills.
Okay. Now, what is I have a note here about the Mississippi Works Smart Start Career Pathway Model.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So MDHS partners with other state agencies throughout, such as Mississippi Community College Board, Mississippi Department of Rehab Services, also Mississippi Department of Employment Security. And this is our statewide model. And that means that wherever you might go for services, you can get services for adult education, you can get services for career technical education, and you can also get employment services and referrals within those locations. So if you go to Wynn Job Center, you would be able to tap into different services from these state agencies.
Okay. All right. Well, share with us a little bit about who some of your Skills to Work community organization partners are.
Okay. We have a couple of those as well. Refill Cafe. They offer education and vocational training and work experience. They have a holistic approach, and they try to mitigate immediate barriers to employment. They offer an 8-week class that is classroom instruction, work experience, and then additional support services that we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
They also have the capability to connect to internships, and to it's a year-long commitment with Refill. So they're going to walk through a year with the individual to get them situated wherever they may want to go.
Okay, so Refill Cafe, I assume from the name, is an actual cafe, right?
Yes, sir.
It's operating as a cafe. Where is it located?
It was, so COVID-19, they were developed as a cafe, and then COVID-19 did shut the cafe down. So they have expanded.
Okay.
So they are doing things like working with our medical internships, they're working with STUPITE. They're working with other community-based organizations to provide workforce experience. However, we still refer to them as Refill Cafe.
Okay.
But the cafe, we hope, is not gone for good.
Sure. But the point is the training that they're offering folks, the opportunities are not limited just to
No, sir.
the restaurant
Nope,
sector at all.
not at all. They do have the capability to do restaurant training, but there's other options as well.
Okay. All right. You have another community organization partner?
We do. We have Mississippi Low Income Child Care Initiative.
Okay.
And this is a really great partner. It is child care providers. They provide child care as a support to working moms, and they work with the working moms to connect them to job search, to education and training, to vocational training, job retention services, and along with those support services that we were talking about earlier.
Okay. All of that is designed, again, to help those moms be able to be in the workplace.
That's right.
And not have to worry about what's going to happen with those
Quality
children.
child care.
Yeah.
That's right.
I go back to my own experience. When my mom first entered the workforce at 30, she had 6 of us at home. And if she hadn't had child care available, it would not have been possible. And that's what we're trying to do today still.
Yes,
Make
sir.
it possible
Absolutely.
for moms to get into the workplace.
Yep. go get training, education, employment without having to worry about the little ones.
And I'm saying moms, but I assume dads would have the ability also, if they're taking advantage of any of the programs, and they have childcare needs.
Potentially.
Okay.
We're still working, we have a lot of irons in the fire. So we're looking forward to expanding our opportunities with our Skills to Work partnerships.
Okay. Do you have other workforce partners?
We do. We have several workforce partners, and these workforce partners are not, you don't have to be a TANF or SNAP recipient.
Okay.
So these partnerships, there is an eligibility requirement of 200% below the federal poverty level.
Okay.
But those workforce, we have some really great opportunities. We have several of our planning and development districts that offer Career Step, which do job search, they do career assessments, career exploration, they connect to the community college for career technical education. They also provide pathways to internships and potential employment afterwards.
Okay. What about youth? Let's take, for example, the 16, 17-year-old who dropped out of school. Do we offer any help for them?
Absolutely. So in our partnership with WIOA, there's a pathway for them to explore in that capacity. But we also offer these same types of services in our workforce partnerships to connect to high school equivalency if needed, and to then branch out into those career technical education fields.
Okay, so they can get their GED.
They sure can.
And then look at job opportunities and training that they need.
Absolutely.
Get into the workforce. All right, so what is the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, or I think I've heard it referred to as WIOA as well?
So yes, sir. And so that was the partnership that I spoke with earlier about the No Wrong Door.
Okay.
We partner with other state agencies. We partner and talk strategically about where Mississippi goes as a whole during workforce. So we have that No Wrong Door. If you need any kind of service, you can get a referral for any of those locations.
Okay. Let me ask an obvious question, I guess. If an employer is looking for employees, is that somebody we want to hear from here at DHS?
Absolutely.
If they're looking to train new people, and let's take, for example, Clinton is about to open a new tire manufacturing plant. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure we don't have just a whole lot of folks who built tires before.
Right.
So is that the kind of opportunity we might be able to plug into and train some folks or find some training opportunities?
We're going to overturn every rock we can, sir. So what we can do in that capacity is talk with our community college. A lot of times when new industry comes to Mississippi, they collaborate with community colleges on training. So there could be something available with some of our Skills to Work partnerships or even our other workforce partnerships. Okay. And we could try and connect them to training that would benefit them in that realm.
Okay. Did we in years past, did this agency in years past work with folks like Nissan or Toyota when they were coming into the state with new automobile plants? Help get folks connected with them?
No, sir. You know why? Because this is really new with us.
Okay.
Employment and training is new for Department of Human Services.
Okay.
So where, we had employment and training dollars, we're utilizing those in a totally different way. We are branching out to community organizations, we're branching out to our colleges, new employers. It's important to know what employers need.
Right.
So, yes, sir, we want to hear about that, and we want to be able to connect individuals to what they need to get those jobs as well.
Okay. And one of the ways I think that we connect folks is something called Genbot.
Yes.
Tell me about Genbot.
I'm so excited about Genbot. So everything that I've talked about today is going to be located in MDHS's Genbot. So you can reach Genbot by going to mdhs.ms.gov.
Okay.
And you're going to see a cute little smiley face down on the bottom right-hand corner. It's going to say Talk to Jen.
Okay.
And so whenever you click that button, it's going to ask you to acknowledge that you understand that you're not going to be giving any personal information on that site, and you understand the terms of use. So when you click acknowledge, you'll be able to click on workforce development, and it'll give you the options to look at Skills to Work providers. It'll also give you options to look under workforce development partners.
Okay.
So that will give you a description of what our partner does. It'll give you where the services are available, and it will also give you a specific person to call, and it will also give you our division's contact for that particular partner. So either by email or telephone number, you will get a return call.
Okay. And is it fairly easy to navigate what's there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's
Absolutely.
built to be user-friendly.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, we are at the point where I think we probably look at a few questions. So I'm going to just jump right in with some of the questions we had. And you've actually answered some of these already, but let's talk about them just a minute briefly. Do you have to be on SNAP? Do you have to be a SNAP recipient to enroll in these community college opportunities that you mentioned?
Right, not necessarily. We do have partnerships on the SNAP ENT side, but we also have partnerships that lead to community colleges on the workforce development side as well.
Okay.
So even though SNAP ENT is tailored to our SNAP recipients, those workforce partnerships, you do not have to be a TANF or SNAP recipient.
Okay, all right. So there are other folks who are low-income individuals who could be eligible for the program.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm not sure I understand this question, but I'll ask it the way it's written. Is there a cutoff for people on the vocational training program?
I think we might be talking about eligibility maybe.
Okay.
Of course, on the SNAP ENT side, you have to be the SNAP recipient, and then on the TANF or on the workforce side, 200% below the poverty level.
Okay, all right. We talked about this a minute ago. Somebody asked if I want to get my GED so I can go to college. Can you help?
We can.
All right.
We can either refer them to one of our partners, we can take some time and talk with them about their interests, and then we can help find a suitable pathway that they're interested in.
Is it part of what your division does? Do you offer job placement assistance once folks are trained and ready to enter the workforce?
Some of our partners, so through their internships, through job shadowing, through other various activities that they offer, they do have connection to employers. So if you're doing an internship with a particular employer for a certain field, there may be a job opening there. And so you would have already been there and known that employer and been able to apply and potentially get that job.
Okay. Based on your, well, let me ask you this. First of all, how long have you been involved with workforce development yourself?
4 years.
Okay. So during the time you've been involved with it, any sense of what are some of the most common areas where people have gained skills and looked for training?
Oh gosh. So short-term skills training and career technical education, it's almost endless. I mean, you can do anything from aviation technology to unmanned aerial systems, which is think drones. And then you have practical nursing, you have paralegal, you have things like interpreter training for sign language, and then vet tech, carpentry, manufacturing. The options are huge.
Okay, all right. So if somebody wants to find all of those, you say they go to our website, ndhs.ms.gov.
Yes, sir.
What if they want to talk to a person, a real person? Is there a number they can call and talk to somebody?
Absolutely. We have our number to our division. It's 601-359-5008.
Okay.
And we'll answer and get you either the information you need or get someone to call you back in an area. We have 4 different areas that our staff work in. So we want you to have the most current up-to-date opportunities in that area.
Okay, all right. And you said Genbot is on the website as well.
It
You can
is.
find Genbot on DHS's website.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, we've talked to some extent about the partnerships that you're working with in workforce development. But now my understanding is your division also has partnership management with some of our TANF sub-grantees as well. Tell our audience a little bit about that.
So we have developed 3 different categories where MDHS has requested proposals, and that is after school care. We have parenthood initiatives, and then as I spoke earlier about our workforce training partnerships. So all of that information is also on the website, and we're getting ready to update that We'll be adding some new partnerships here soon.
Oh, okay, all right. So families that are TANF recipients can get assistance in after-school programs for their children, can get after-school assistance.
Absolutely.
And then parenting skills as well.
Yes, sir.
In addition to the workforce development ideas that we've been talking about
Yes, sir.
already. Great. Any sense of how many sub-grant partners the Department of Human Services has right now?
Currently, we have oversight over 9, and
Okay.
we're about to add probably about 15 to 17 more.
Okay. And it'll be the responsibility of your division to kind of be the point of contact with those sub-grantees?
Yes, sir. We provide programmatic oversight. They develop scope of services for us, and we talk with them about programmatic issues if needed, kind of some technical assistance around if there's any kind of changes that need to be made. And then we work with them on data reporting so that we can see what's working and what's not. Sometimes we have good intentions and you find that that wasn't quite the avenue that we needed to take. So we do some data comparison as well.
Okay, all right. And the new partners you just mentioned, we just finished a request for proposals process back in the fall, and we're finishing up awarding those
Yes, sir.
new sub-grants. So, and those will run for how long, do you recall?
They will run from April the 1st through September of 2022. So about
Okay.
18 months for this new round.
Okay, great. So a lot of good opportunities for families
Absolutely.
to provide assistance. We are getting close to being out of time, but I want to give you an opportunity, if I haven't asked you a question, tell the audience anything else that they need to know about your division while we're here.
We're excited about workforce. We have people out in the field that try to uncover every community opportunity that we can, and we are available. All you have to do is give us a call. We can point you in the right direction. If we don't know, we can find out for you.
Great, great. Well, as you've said already, our whole purpose for offering this workforce development is just that, to develop employees, potential employees, and get folks into the workforce so that they can move beyond their dependence.
That's right.
And we encounter a lot of these families in a state of crisis, but we're in the process of getting them to stability so they can get out there and support themselves.
Absolutely.
Great, great. Well, the TANF program and the SNAP program are wonderful ways that we assist families, but both of those, I think a lot of times folks forget, have that work requirement. So,
Yes, sir.
what are, we have a question about the TANF requirements for, what are the guidelines for someone either participating in our TANF program generally or in the TANF work program specifically?
Guidelines as far as
Well, for example, I think the income level for TANF is 130% of the federal poverty level, is that right?
for TANF, no sir, 185%
185, I'm
of the
sorry.
standard of needs.
Okay,
So for one person, it'd be $403. For 2 people, it would be $542. For 3 people, $680.
Once a person is determined eligible for TANF assistance, are there additional eligibility requirements for them to receive these services we've been talking about?
Workforce services. No, sir. I mean, we work with Department of Employment Security for activity placement, and they are very well aware of all of our TANF workforce partners out there. So we're doing our best to connect our TANF recipients to those services as well.
Okay, and the same question for our SNAP recipients. Once we've done the eligibility piece and determined that they're eligible, their household is eligible for SNAP benefits.
Mhm.
Are there any other additional eligibility requirements for them to participate in the employment and training program?
No, sir. I mean, they just need to, there's an assessment. They'll do a barriers assessment to make sure that they can participate. And then they will refer them to the partner, or they might already be in school. So the partner could provide our website for application if needed. So it can go both ways sometimes.
Great, great. Well, it sounds like a lot of opportunities for us to help individuals and families get into the workforce.
Yes, sir.
And also an opportunity for us to help Mississippi by developing its workforce
Yes.
and training up new wage earners who participate in the everything about the state of Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Well, I want to thank you for spending some time with me today, Kim.
Pleasure.
Glad to have you with us. Next week, we'll have Tony Kirsch, who's the director of our Division of Youth Services, and she'll be sharing with us next Thursday, March 18th at 1:30 about the Division of Youth Services. So thank you all for being with us this afternoon. Thank you again, Kim, for joining me. We'll see you next week.